It was just about then that Faramir shows up again in Gondor. Except this time, he's being drugged by his horse. Man, these kids can take arrows. This is also where the story goes flying off the rails for a few minutes. You see, Denethor thinks his son is dead, although he isn't, and is upset, although he's happy. We're not really sure how he feels about it, actually. Although after he decides to burn his dead son alive, he finds out, only after he himself is on fire, that his son is in fact breathing. He does seem genuinely surprised and happy about it. Too bad Stop, Drop, and Roll was after his time. Anyway, another battle has started in the midst of that chaotic rabbit trail, and once again, the good guys are getting their butts kicked. Is it just me, or do they seem a little more than outnumbered? And why is it that the bad guys always get the cool stuff? Taking stiff upper lip to the next level, eh? Tut tut, jolly good, I'm down with that. Finally, Rohan arrives. Hey guys, I think when you arrive late to a battle, you automatically give up your right to a long-winded pre-battle speech and pep talk. Get in there! Aragorn finally shows up with a whole ship full of Legolas's newfound friends straight off the set of Pirates of the Caribbean. The dead army kills everyone and everything except that one Olaf and Legolas's CGI twin god. And of course, the Witch King. Dun dun dun! This is the ultimate overhyped bad guy. The Witch King. The most evil, impossible to kill, wicked and malicious demon of all Middle-earth. And he's on the battlefield for about 10 seconds. He goes down in a great show of feminism as Éowyn saves the day.
I am no man.
Too bad her dad still dies. Oh, I always hated that horse.
Dad, I checked with Peter Jackson, and it seems your contract allows you equal death time with Boromir.
That's great, honey.
Want to shoot for Oscar?
So the battle ends, and Gondor is saved. Kind of. And all thanks to the dead guys. This is great! We're unstoppable now! With this army of the deceased, we can walk straight into Mordor and be done with all this! Send them off to help Frodo! Send them to... Wait a minute. He can't be doing what I think he's doing. Aragorn, no! I just looked at my watch and there's still 34 hours left on this thing. I'm pretty sure you're going to need those guys. Oh well. Too late. I guess it's back to the hopeless, despondent, inept, pathetic, forlorn, useless, and utterly doomed to failure armies of Gondor and Rohan. Back on the long road to Mordor, still walking. Does anyone else find it strange that giant armies have run the length of the road to Mordor 20 times, and Frodo seems to be walking up to the top of the same exact mountain in every shot? Anyway, basically all that's going on is a lot of, will he take it, will he not? 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 Is that the extent of the conflict in this thing? Ah! What should we do now?
Rocky sequence.
No, come on.
Die heroically.
Sounds great. Thanks, Magic 8-Ball.
Back at you.
10,000 orcs now stand between Frodo and Mount Doom. I've sent him to his death.
No. There's still hope for Frodo. He needs time and safe passage across the plains of Gorgoroth. We can give him that.
How?
Draw out Sauron's armies. Empty his lands. Then we gather our full strength and march on the Black Gate.
We cannot achieve victory through strength of arms.
Not for ourselves. But we can give Frodo his chance if we keep Sauron's eye fixed upon us. Keep him blind to all else that moves. A diversion.
They then proceeded to beat Legolas for not realizing that if they just went around saying diversion instead of whatever the hell it was they said, they might be able to squeeze the movies down into one movie. And the plot would seem paper thin instead of the complex, impossible to understand, have to read the books mess it is right now. Can you believe it? Another battle. I hope the audience isn't sick of this. What song should we use this time?
I don't know. I always liked Italian opera.
You would.
What's that supposed to mean?
We're here, finally outside Sauron's castle, the right inside, they cannot hide. You've waited 7 hours just to see this, and now it's here. But ain't it queer that we do not believe ourselves the victors we want to die? We said goodbye, we've come to sacrifice ourselves as decoys. It's dumb, I know. The match we throw. Mila Jovovich could kick all their butts in 2 seconds with flashy moves and CGI and wire work for kicks and flips. But as it stands, we're gonna lose, and this is it.
Is anyone else with me in thinking that Frodo is the worst hero in any movie ever? In fact, he's more like an anti-hero. Everyone else in this entire movie does more heroic things than he does. And don't tell me it's just because he's a hobbit. Merry fights, Pippin fights. Pippin also seems to be able to climb a whole hell of a lot better than Frodo. And he also managed to save Faramir's life. And don't even get me started on Sam. In all fairness, Frodo does manage to do a few things in this 9+ hour fiasco. He manages to get stabbed, stagger into a pond filled with dead guys, stagger up to the dead city, stagger in front of Sauron's eye, decides it's better to trust Gollum than Sam, and ditch the only thing that's keeping him alive, get totally overwhelmed by a spider, get carried to the top of a mountain, and finally, he manages to get his finger bit off. When the time comes, he falls miserably short of our expectations.